Hi, I'm Claire, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to talk about goal setting and share with you 5 ways to make focused and attainable writing goals for the new year. So before I get into my tips, let's start with the big picture. What is your dream writing life? What is everything you want to accomplish? There's this law called the law of attraction. The idea behind the law of attraction is that we bring into our lives what we focus on. Positive or negative thoughts bring positive or negative things into our lives. The law of attraction can be used to manifest things in your life. Now, I'm not an expert in manifesting or the law of attraction, but I like the concept behind it, and I like this as a method for visualizing and getting really clear with the things that I want before I set my goals. There's a technique in manifesting called scripting. Scripting is the act of writing down all of the things that you want in life as if you already have them. You take a notebook, you take your favorite pen, and you sit down and really visualize what it is that you want your life to be like, and you write about it. Do you want to be a published author? Describe what it feels like to be a published author. Talk about how you published your book. Did you get an agent? What qualities does your agent have? Did you self-publish? Which publishing platforms did you use? Has a really influential book reviewer reviewed your book, shared it with their followers, and driven a lot of traffic to your platform? Has that made you skyrocket to the top of the New York Times bestsellers list? When you're scripting, it's important to be precise. Don't just say you want to be a successful author. Describe exactly what that looks like and how it makes you feel. And don't confine yourself when you're doing this to what you believe to be realistic. In your wildest dreams, what does your career look like? So there's a lot more to this, and if you're interested in manifesting and the law of attraction, you should go read up on it. I linked a couple of articles in the description of this video. You could script all sorts of things from your life, whether that be your perfect job, your perfect relationship, or your perfect day or week or month or year. But for the sake of this video, I urge you to go take a journal and sit down and just write about your ideal writing career. If you get specific about what you want to accomplish, it will help you in defining productive and effective goals for 2021. Or if you're watching this in the future, any upcoming year. Or even any goal for that matter. Okay, so let's say that you've scripted your ideal career. And let's say your script looks a little something like this. You self-published your first series, and it was so successful that you got agent attention. That agent secured a publishing deal for your second series, and it was an extremely lucrative publishing deal that gave you tons of rights and tons of money. You become a best-selling cozy mystery author with an extremely loyal fan base. Your fan base devours your books. You are prolific and able to publish every 4 months to satiate your fans. Netflix is turning your book into a TV series. Because your agent is so great, they negotiate a contract that allows you to be on set while they're filming and help write the pilot. You are a hybrid author where you traditionally publish some books and self-publish other books. Thank you, universe. Your life is so great. But all of the manifesting in the world will not make this life a reality for you without lots of hard work. But now that you understand what you want in the big picture, it's time to break it down. Here are 5 tips for creating goals for this new year that help you get closer to attaining your dream life. 1. Break your life goal down into concrete goals. Concrete goals are things that can be crossed off a list. An example of something that is not a concrete goal is be a successful author. An example of a concrete goal is complete the first draft of my book. There is a difference between the goal read more and the goal read 20 books. If you know you want to read 20 books, you can cross off every single book as you read it and feel accomplished as you go. If you just say you want to read more and are anything like me, you are probably not going to prioritize reading as much, and you are not going to actually read that much more, because as long as you read 1 extra book compared to what you read the last year, then you technically read more. I'm a work in progress, okay? It's like that cliche goal, this year I'm gonna work out more. What is more? You have to define more for yourself. Figure out exactly how many times a week you're gonna go to the gym. Decide which gym you're gonna go to. Figure out what you're gonna do there. Realistically fit that into your life. And then tackle it. 2. Break big goals down into smaller parts. You know that feeling like when you're reading a book and you finally reach the end of a very long chapter? You feel so happy and accomplished. This is why you need to take giant goals and break them down into smaller ones. For example, if your goal is to write the first draft of your book, you can break that down into how many words of that book you can write a day. How many words do you need to write per day for how long for your book to be done? Now, every day after you write that said number of words, you get to cross that off your list and feel accomplished and like you're closer to meeting your goal. 3, and this one's kind of a doozy, integrate habit forming into your goals. These new habits do not have to be sweeping changes in your life. They can be small things that make your goals more attainable. For example, if you're a night owl but know that you focus better in the mornings, A habit that you can form is getting up at a consistent earlier time every day. And in order to get enough sleep, also going to bed early. This was me. I used to be a night owl, but this past year I realized that I focus so much better in the mornings and can get so much more done if I get up earlier. My mind is just clearer and I feel more capable of tackling anything I put my mind to. I'm also more energetic and less likely to get distracted. Hashtag thank you coffee. Now, I set a daily wake-up time of 7:30 because it's early enough in the morning that I can still have a very productive morning, whereas it's not so early that it's first of all physically painful to get out of bed, and second of all not something that I can keep up. If I had told myself last year that I was going to get up at 6 a.m. every morning, that may not have even happened once. But also, because I need about 9 hours of sleep in order to have a productive day, I needed to go to bed earlier than I was going to bed. So now, I go to bed every day at 10:30 and wake up at 7:30, and while there are some days that I sleep in a little later, or some days that I get caught up and I stay up later, I try my best to work between these hours every day. Working on forming this habit had an immense impact on my daily word count. I wrote at the same time every morning when my mind was really clear, which helped me be more productive. I stopped skipping days of writing. This made it easier for me to achieve my writing goals. There's a great book called Atomic Habits by James Clear that talks about making small changes to your life that have big results. Its Amazon description reads, James Clear knows that real change comes from the compound effect of hundreds of small decisions. Doing 2 push-ups a day, waking up 5 minutes early, or holding a single short phone call. He calls them atomic habits. Atomic habits are things that people can do in 1, 3, or 5 minutes. Let's say that someone wants to read 30 books a year. Instead of making a goal read a book, he breaks it down into saying that you should read for 5 minutes before bed every night. Because this only takes 5 minutes of your time, it's easy to replicate every night before bed. Now you may be thinking, how do atomic habits change your life if they're so small? Using the book example, reading for 5 minutes is better than reading for no minutes. If you read for 5 minutes, you're going to eventually finish the book you're reading. But it's also more than that, because if you're reading consistently every day, your brain may come to actually enjoy it, and you'll find yourself reading outside of your allotted reading time. Either way, you're going to be reading more than if you had never established that habit at all. Atomic habits also shift your mindset. If you prove to yourself that you're capable of forming these small habits, you may feel more confident and capable of taking on bigger habits. I've linked the book Atomic Habits in the description, and there are a lot of videos and articles online about it if you're interested in learning more. 4. Put dates and times on your goals. When do you want to have your first draft done by? Set a date and time when you want to have that first draft done by. Either set a date and work backwards to figure out what you have to do to make that happen, or figure out what is manageable in your life and work forwards. But if you set deadlines to yourself, you are holding yourself accountable, and you have to take those deadlines seriously, otherwise they will not mean anything. Which leads to my 5th tip, which is prioritize yourself, your writing, and your goals. You aren't going to meet your goals if you don't prioritize them. You just aren't. You need to take yourself seriously, and if you want that dream life that you scripted for yourself, you need to take that seriously. So make time for your goals. Show up for your goals. Otherwise, and I can't stress this enough, they will not happen. Not everything in your dream life needs to be accomplished all at once. Everyone's lives move at their own paces. Your life is unique and different from everyone else's lives around you. So know what you're working towards, know why you want it, and figure out ways that you can get there. If you are relentless and persistent, things are gonna happen for you. So Happy New Year, everybody! If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Next week, I'm gonna make a video sharing all of my own writing goals for 2021 that I made using the methods I shared with you in this video. What are your big writing goals? Comment below to let me know. Bye, guys.